Some of the advice you were giving to people last night on the street. There's no rush. Build for the long term, guys. You don't need stuff right now. Do things that make you happy. One of the words in your title, self-awareness of your book. Most people wouldn't associate these things with the GaryVee they think they know, the guy that from the front. But you always say these kind of deep messages deep down inside. Tell me about those.
Yeah, man. I always wonder if I'm weirdly sabotaging my own self. I wonder if I love the process of building so much that I'm slowing down. I wonder, look, even this interview, do you know how many people lately are like, Gary, you talk a lot more about people not liking you than you actually, like I've done the work. You don't have that many people that don't like you. And I'm always like, crap, I don't want them to say that because I almost feel like I'm creating my own competitors in my own mind. It's almost like this sick thing. Like, yeah, I love being a paradox or like a complicated thing to figure out because I use it to vet people. Like, I don't know, yeah. I think what I say is the most practical, the most tried and true, the least get rich quick thing you've ever seen in your life. I tell these 23-year-olds, 26-year-olds all the time to be patient because they should. How old are you?
44.
I'm 40. Do you know how young we feel? When you were 26, did you ever think that this is what 44 felt like?
No.
You thought that was finished?
Yeah.
How old are you?
29.
Like, you think a 40-year-old, like, when I was 25 years old, I thought a 40-year-old was finished. I don't even feel like I'm starting, right?
Yeah, but when I was 26, I was in a rush.
I understand.
And all of those guys and girls on the streets last night, when you say that to them, like their face kind of goes blank because all the stuff they watch, MTV, music videos, it's all about the bling now and the this now and the this now.
And MTV's tamed. You start following people on Instagram and it's a disaster. They're all pushing like, it's all about champagne and private planes and you can get it too and just sign up for my course. And everybody's falling for it. So I'm coming out and first of all, I want to be historically correct. Nobody in 100 years is going to watch that video and say that I was full of crap. I like that. Right? Number two, I want my legend to grow. I'm always fascinated by politicians and world figures. Like Winston Churchill, his brain continues to grow, right? I want that. When I'm dead, I want to be in the ground at peace knowing my legend's growing. Like I want that. I want that in the business world. And so I'm giving real advice, and real advice looks like this. When you're 19 and you can spend 7 full years learning your craft, meeting people that are mentors, being patient, and you wake up and you're 26 years old, you have your entire life in front of you and you've done great foundational work to go on and then be successful.
And you told people last night, it's not about money. You were like, what do you want to do? You want to change the world? Okay, then go do that.
That was an interesting moment with those two girls.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? Because if you want, they're like, we want to help people. I'm like, you don't need any money really to help people. Like, look, I mean, I live in an apartment now. It's crazy to me that I don't need a big house. You grow up, you're like, you don't need a lot of room. With less room, you don't need less stuff. I don't need 5 70-inch TV screens. I don't need a watch. I don't even wear a watch. I don't need a cool watch. I don't need a boat. Like, I need the game. I know myself. I need the game, and that's how I act. Other people want things that they don't really need, things that aren't gonna make them happy. They're not fulfilled inside. And so I'm trying to always challenge people to get to their true self, because once you understand yourself, D-Rock loves to tell stories in video form. And so then do that. I don't know, you just don't meet 90-year-olds that talk about how pumped they are that they made an extra $100,000. They don't exist.
Right.
They talk about regret of not doing what they, go talk to 90-year-olds. They regret. They talk about regret. I wish I did. Literally, inevitably, I do this. I wish is the opening line. Hey man, tell me about your life. This is what I do. This is what I did in my 20s. I spoke to a lot of old people. They lived it. And literally, I wish. And so that's what I'm trying to tell people. It's what you don't do that screws with you later on, right?
And be self-aware is what you say.
And I don't know how to teach self-awareness.
Yeah.
I haven't figured that out, but I know it's important.
Are great entrepreneurs born or made?
Born.
Sometimes you talk.
Great?
Yeah,
born.
great.
Can you be entrepreneurial? Can you do things like that thing? You can be entrepreneurial. I can sing every day. Am I gonna be Beyonce? No, that's born. You understand? Like, I can practice football every day. Am I gonna be Pele? No. Great is born. And show me,
And entrepreneurs, some people should be the 23rd employee at Facebook.
Yes.
They shouldn't go start something. Obviously, they made the right choice.
Yeah, I said that a lot last night of like being a great employee with a great leader and a great company, if you just want money, is oftentimes a much better way to make money than to try to do it yourself when you're not good enough.
Right. What's Gary Vaynerchuk like in 5 years? I remember you passed out a comment one time on the Ask GaryVee show where you said, you know what? You guys don't know me that well. I might just decide that my family's important one time and I might walk away from all this and I might come back. And you were just kind of letting us know that this is important to you, but you have other things that are in your mind and
That's
you're
a good
growing.
catch by you, because I don't go there a lot. I think that's me hedging for tragedy. I will do this straight if life is great to me. I will do this if life is great to me, because this is what I live. This is my oxygen. But if life is not great to me, if my 14-year-old, look what people deal with. If my 14-year-old is cutting themselves, like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If my mom is diagnosed with terminal cancer, and I'm going home. And so I think that I say those things once in a while because I have the luxury of a lot of things that didn't go well for me in the beginning going well for me now. When you lose 3 of your 4 grandparents before you get to know them, you don't get to deal with death, as early as a lot of people. When you're lucky enough that you didn't deal with the extreme tragedy of losing a family member to a disease, a terrorism attack, the way most people die, sadly, which is an accident and things of that nature. I've been lucky. I've been lucky. And so, yeah, once in a while when I talk win and build businesses and this and that, sometimes it feels like I fill up for myself and I gotta, for a quick second, just remind everybody within context. Yes, I talk about all this stuff in the context of being that part of your life that's business.
To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.